Welcome, greetings to you. Greetings. Hello, everyone. You're welcome. Okay, let's talk about the incidents at a construction site where someone was unconscious, probably due to electrocution, and about five other guys came to rescue him, and about three of them joined him and caught fire and all that. And I don't know what happened later. Okay, moving on to that place. From what I can see from the video, this guy was probably working when the incident happened and he was unconscious, and maybe his fellow workers came to rescue him. In the process of rescuing him, they got involved in the whole um, struggle. Okay, now, first of all, what actually was the problem? The problem here was building under an electric high tension cable, if I may say, under a very high tension cable. Now, in the first place, is there supposed to be a building in that area? No, 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 no. But I don't know who approved building in such area is under a high tension. That one is by the way. Okay, now not only there is a building there going on there is a construction going on under a high tension. Now they decided to take it high, very high, to the level of the high tension. Why? Is it necessary? Okay, let's say they successfully finish building this project, and people, I think it's human beings that will be there. It's human beings that will occupy such building. What will happen in future? What will happen when maybe electric cable, maybe there was a high wind that carried something somewhere and it caused the electric cable or an electric pole in that area drop by something? What will happen to people inside the building? Will they survive? Will they come out alive? What will happen to children maybe playing outside when such thing would happen? Do we consider all those things? We don't give attention to safety, and safety will save our life, because this life, there is no duplicate. If somebody dies, the person have gone and gone forever. So why doing things the way as if you can get people back after death, as if the life is does not worth living, or as if human being, they are not important, they are not needed, or what, I don't know how to put it. It breaks my heart watching the video. In fact, the first time I couldn't finish it. The first time I saw the video, I couldn't even watch, because immediately I know something that the things that will happen. So I couldn't watch. I don't want to. Well, later people start telling me how to watch. It took me time to finish it. Okay, watching the video. Now, someone was unconscious. I can't say that he's dead or not. Something. So these guys, out of the human love, being human, showing that they are human, went to rescue. They they went to rescue him, and now they now became victim again. All of them, from one person to about four people, being victim of the whole incident. Why? They went to rescue this guy without finding the cause, the source of his problem. Please, please, please. Anytime you see someone unconscious, try to look around, watch around, look around to check for the cause. Look at what must have happened. Is there any life cable there? Is there any connection? Are they close to electricity? Is there, you check, there is a cable here, there is a meter close to it, which is a good conductor of electricity. So probably that electric, even if the meter was not touching it, but because it's close, electric do travel, especially arc flash do travel through air, land, like that. So maybe this thing have happened that the electric traveled and caught up with this guy and he was unconscious. These people, they did not watch out for the what went wrong. But out of being human, they quickly rush. Please, again, if you see something, somebody in that situation, please take a deep breath so that you come back to your senses. Just like count 1 to 100 before you go in for rescue, so that by that time your mind, your brain will function well. It will tell you to think, as in check off all these red flag, check out whether there is a life cable, check out what went wrong before you rush to rescue, so that you will not go to rescue someone and you be another person that will be involved in that tragedy. Okay, now let's continue. They went to rescue him. Not only that, they from there, then themselves, they joined the person. It's not another thing that happened here, that you don't resuscitate someone from the position where they were. Please move the person away. Look for a better, a, because even if you want to resuscitate someone, there is resuscitation position, good resuscitation position, that you place the person to open the airway. You need to lift up the chin back, position the person like this to lie down in a back. You try to open the airways. That's the first one that you do before you try even mouth to mouth breath in resuscitating someone. Before you give that basic first aid, please, please, please try to remove the person from the the place you find them, because you don't know what went wrong, whether it's still there. And this is what these people fail to do. they they went on to resuscitate this guy in the point where he was, that was even very, very dangerous. Because now I don't from all indication, they don't know what went wrong, and they went there to resuscitate him in that position. No, even the way, because they were not informed. It's not there. I don't think there is a safety officer working in that site anywhere, because I even there is a safety officer. There is two boss meeting where they will try to identify hazards in that area before they commence work. They will do so many things. There will be risk assessment, there will be job hazard analysis, there will be job after the job hazard analysis, there will be also job safety analysis. That's JHA and GSA. All these things, the safety officer would have taken care of them. And all these things he must have pointed, because it's his work. And he knows he's a trained person. He'll be able to point this thing, and this height, this there's a electrical hazards, pronounce one at that matter, and they would have taken precautions in electrical safety precautions, electrical safety procedures that would have allowed such things that happen. Okay, now let's continue with the scenario. Now this guy got electrocuted see the way he was, no proper PPE, that's personal protective equipment around you. He was not kitted at all. Okay, someone that is looking at height is not wearing any helmet. So that even if the person falls, it's not the head that will crash, but it's the helmet that will crash. That's the one I have there up there. He's not wearing anyone. He's not wearing, I don't know what the work actually here, but I know that it's something that has to do with um, roofing, that they are up to the roofing level. Okay, he's not wearing all these. Okay, and there's no, I can't see a very insulated hand glove, as in all these conk hand glove that is well insulated for electrical work. All these good hand glove, rubber, well insulated hand glove that is needed. I couldn't see it. There, all this fire retardant coverall is no, the person is just wearing normal clothing that is not meant to use for such work. Because and even there is a fire retardant, those other ones that came, that the fire from arc flash, they um, they caught fire on them. That fire retardant coverall will have allowed them to quickly catch up with fire. If they are wearing proper electrical retard, as in proper fire retardant coverall for that work, because each work, coveralls are not the same. You have different coverall for each type of work that you want, even if it's a particular construction site that you are. There are some levels that you reach. There are some work that require you to change from this type of coverall to another type, which they didn't do. In fact, they were not even kitted with coverall. And now, let's this from here now, they are not protected from any harm. They are just there, vulnerable, uh, at heights. And whoever that is in charge of that site, the project manager, the engineers, they didn't see it necessary for this guy to be safe at work. They didn't see it. So that's why there's a need of safety officer, because these guys, they are into, they are, maybe they are pressured to meet up with targets. They don't really think all these things that needs to be in place. But when you have someone that is their work, with them they will be doing the needful as a safety officers. Okay, now going from the PPE, the scaffold itself was not completely matted. Matted. I don't know who erected that scaffold. That person that erected that scaffold did not do good job, because the scaffold supposed to have at least basic, it's not even the basic things, the scaffold, even if you don't want to do a complete scaffold, which in fact complete scaffold is necessary at all time. There's supposed to be a working platform where someone can comfortably stay and work, because the person is working at height. They're supposed to be comfortable, because okay, let's say he's shooting something, he'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, he'll just be on a pipe, even something may do, as he may face somehow and just drop down, which is not safe. And again, the the scaffold does not have guard rail. Guardrail that we have on our staircase for safety, so that as you are climbing up, you hold on to it. Yeah. There's no guardrail to protect the person, because I think there is guardrail. Maybe as he was getting unconscious, maybe as he was falling from being unconscious, he would have, laid down there, and it would have been easy. And also that guardrail and walking platform would have helped these people that came to rescue him, to easily lift him and take him away from there, you know. And these things we are not seeing in on the um, scaffold. Mm. So too bored. Everything was just, I don't know whether I'll call that one a normal ladder, because even there is no, it's not a scaffold itself, which is not proper. Okay, now all these things have happened because people don't really pay attention to safety, and nobody, we overlook things. Safety can save life, it can save the cost of treating injury. It will save you the lost time, man hour lost time due to injury, due to death, fatality in work sites. Now, okay, let's be realistic about the whole thing that have happened now. That site, believe me, wherever it is shut down. As we are talking, is shut down. Why? Because people lost their lives. And the owner of that place is going to pay heavily to the family of those victims. And government, again, will come after him. He will pay the compensation that those family demand. He will still pay government will come after him. Either they demolish that place or they take possession of that area. So what am I saying? Even somebody that is building house, buying land, don't buy land where you put yourself and people's life at risk. Don't buy land under high tension. Don't check out where they are selling land to you. Some people will go and build even close to pipeline. Please, let's be safety conscious. It's safe, it will save us life, it will save us tragedy, it will save all this trauma in our society. It's not good. These guys, they are married, they have family. I don't know, they are no more because someone that use his head to land from heights. I don't know the height of that building, how many story building, to without a helmet, even without a helmet, the hair must have um, scattered. Eh? So please, my people, let's try to save ourselves, save people around us, save our people, even they, because you make sure that you are not working on on a safe condition. These guys, they were doing unsafe acts in an unsafe condition. Yes, that's just the summary of the whole scenario. Unsafe acts in an unsafe condition. And that's where it led them to now. It's very, very painful to behold, to even talk about it. Please, let us help ourselves and help our family, because now the owner of that building, your mind will not be at rest. The family of the victims, you have put pain in them that will last throughout their lifetime. And you yourself, the trauma will still be haunting you. Each time you wake up and remember that people died in your sight, you'll not be happy about it. Please share this video to educate people about all these safety issues that we neglect in our society. It will help us to build a safe and healthy society.